Hello, I'm Beth, the Crunchy Housewife, and today I want to show you how to make homemade laundry detergent. It's very easy to make, and it's very cheap to make, and it's also very efficient, which means it will get your clothes clean. So please stay tuned so that you can learn how to do it. First of all, to get started with this homemade this homemade laundry detergent soap, you want to get a good sized bucket like this that you can hold it in. This is a 14-pound bucket right here. It's a smaller than one of the great big white buckets. Anyways, you want to get something at least this size. Then you start off with a box of Arm & Hammer. It's the super washing soda, and it's the 3-pound 7-ounce size. You take the box, and you dump the whole thing in here. Then you take a box of borax. It's the 4-pound 12-ounce size. You want to dump the whole entire box into here also. Now, one thing I've heard that works well is you can do layering as well. You can layer some of the borax, some of the washing soda, and some of the soap and other things. So you can try the layering technique too. It's probably easier, I'm sure. And watch out for all the wonderful borax powder that's going to come up. So for the soap part, you can use something called Fell's Naphtha soap. You can use this Zote soap also in place of that. The Zote soap the bars are larger, or they have more than the Fell's Naphtha. Some people take this and they grate it up with a grater to add to the soap, and some people cut at least this kind, and you can also use ivory soap. You cut it up into chunks and you put it in the microwave for about a minute, and it'll puff up, and then you can take the soap and you can crumble it in your fingers into your detergent bucket. So that works as well. This is a little over a 14-ounce size. What I do instead that makes it just super easy is I get this Zote soap that already comes in flakes, and you can buy it usually. Zote soap is from Mexico. So if you go to a store that has a lot of Hispanic shoppers and stuff, you can usually find this. I got this at Walmart, and I looked at 3 Walmarts before I found one, and it was in an area that has a lot of Hispanic people that come in, and there are also a lot of other Hispanic laundry products. So this works really well, and it's super easy. This is 17.6 ounces, so I just take a whole container of this and add this to the mix also. Just like so. Now, as you can see, this container is getting pretty full with the laundry detergent mix, so you're probably better off using a larger bucket for this instead of this size. There are some ingredients that I'm not putting in here that some people choose to put in, so you might want a larger size, just so you know. Next, I add some baking soda. This is different than the washing soda. The washing soda you'll find in the laundry detergent aisle. Baking soda is different. So just so you make sure you understand the distinction. I add probably about 3 or 4 cups. In some directions I've seen where you can get a large box of baking soda, about a 4-pound box, and you can add it to your mix. I add this this is a great big Costco bag, so it's going to be, not as much. So, I mean, as much out of the bag. So you add that to the mix. You can add other stuff to your laundry detergent mix as well. Some people add Purex crystals. They'll take a bottle this size, which is 28 ounces, and they'll add it to the mix. And this stuff, when I looked at the store, it's 87% to 97% natural. So you can add this if you want some scent and some freshness, for your laundry. Also, some people take an OxyClean type of product and they add it to the mix as well, because it helps to brighten things and freshen things up. I don't. I only use the OxyClean when I do whites. So that's That's all I do with this. Now, in order to mix this up, you can either take a large spoon. Some people take wooden spoons and they use those. You can take a large spoon and you can mix everything up with a large spoon so that it's nice and incorporated into the bucket where you're making the laundry soap. Some people, like me, this is a small enough bucket to where I can do this. If you're using a larger white bucket, you don't want to do this because it'll be, I think it'll be too heavy. Especially if you're using a larger bucket, and also if you add more stuff to it, like the crystals, and you add more baking soda, if you add more of the Zote soap or whatever. So I just close the bucket up and I shake it because that's the easiest for me. So I close the bucket up all the way and I shake it together really vigorously. And you want to do that about a minute or 2 minutes. And the same thing with the stirring. If you stir up the bucket with a large spoon, you want to do it for about, 1 to 2 minutes just to make sure everything is incorporated. So when you open it up, you have a nice mix of the laundry soap. And I use 2 tablespoons. Well, I use 1 tablespoon per load, and if everything is really, really soiled, I use 2 tablespoons per load, just so I can get things clean. But you really don't need to use a lot of this. A little bit goes a long way, and a bucket like this is going to last you a long, long time, so it makes it super cheap. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. My next video is going to be about fabric softener, how I soften my clothes, and I'm going to have one coming up about how I remove stains from clothes, and even, I can get rid of berry stains and all kinds of good stuff. So make sure you subscribe so you can get updates, and make sure you share this with your friends on all your social media outlets like Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.